Life sometimes feels unbearably heavy, like no matter how hard you try, nothing changes. You wake up every single day with the same struggles, the same pain, and slowly your mind fills with noise, fear, doubt, hopelessness. But what if the real problem isn't your life? What if the real battle is inside your mind? This is the story of Ayaan, a boy who had almost nothing, yet carried a dream so strong that even the darkest days couldn't break him. Ayaan lived in a small, broken house where the walls were cracked and the roof barely held together. Every corner of that house told a story of struggle. His mother, a 60-year-old woman, stepped outside every morning before sunrise, carrying heavy bundles of wood on her fragile shoulders. Her hands trembled, her back slightly bent, her face covered with wrinkles of time, yet her eyes still carried hope. His father, a 65-year-old man, thin, tired, and worn out by life, spent his days repairing broken walls and lifting heavy loads. His body was weak, his movements slow, but his will refused to break. Every drop of sweat was a silent promise to keep his family alive. And Ayaan, a young boy with tired eyes, sat quietly in a corner of that broken home, staring at an empty plate. Hunger was not new to him, it had become a part of his life. But deep inside, there was something stronger than hunger, a quiet fire, a determination that refused to die. At night, when the world finally went silent, Ayaan would sit in front of an old computer, its dim light reflecting in his eyes. His body exhausted, his hands rough, yet his mind still searching for a way out. And in those quiet moments, he would raise his hands, his voice trembling, and whisper, "Allah, give me strength. I don't want to lose." Days were never easy. Under the burning sun, Ayaan worked on the streets, cleaning dust, lifting weight, doing whatever he could just to survive. His clothes were worn, his body tired, but he kept moving, step by step, without stopping. His mother walked miles carrying water in heavy buckets, her breath uneven, her steps slow, yet she never stopped. Because somewhere behind her, her family was waiting, and no matter how tired her body felt, her heart refused to give up. His father struggled with every task, lifting wood, repairing walls, his hands shaking with exhaustion, yet his spirit remained unshaken. Pain lived in his body, but he ignored it because giving up was never an option. Nights were the hardest. There were days when there was barely any food, yet his mother still cooked, slowly, carefully, turning almost nothing into something filled with love. They would sit together, silently, no complaints, no words, just understanding, just pain, and a quiet strength that held them together. Sometimes Ayaan would sit alone, tears rolling down his face, asking himself, why is life so hard? But even in those moments, he never stopped praying, never stopped believing, never stopped trying. And then something began to change. It didn't happen all at once. It started with small things. Ayaan helped his younger siblings with studies, and for the first time, a small smile appeared on his face. His mother saw that smile, and her tired heart felt lighter. His father looked at him, and without saying a word, nodded with pride. That night, Ayaan cooked a small meal for his family. It wasn't much, but it was enough to bring them together, not as victims, but as fighters. Slowly, those small moments turned into something bigger. Ayaan started working with a new mindset. The same work, the same struggle, but now there was belief inside him. Every step felt stronger, every effort felt meaningful. One morning, Ayaan stood under the rising sun, the light falling softly on his face, and for the first time, he understood something powerful. His life wasn't ending, It was just beginning. All the pain, all the struggle, all the sleepless nights, they weren't destroying him. They were shaping him, turning him into someone stronger, someone unstoppable. With that realization, everything changed. Ayaan worked harder than ever before. He studied longer, prayed deeper, and believed stronger. His family stood beside him, working together, supporting each other, rebuilding not just their home, but their hope. And slowly, life began to shift. The broken walls started getting repaired, the empty plates slowly filled, the silence in the house turned into soft laughter. It wasn't a miracle, it was the result of patience, prayer, and relentless effort. Ayaan was no longer the boy who cried in silence. He became the one who stood strong, even when everything around him tried to break him. His mother smiled more, his father stood taller, and his siblings looked at him like a hero. And one day, Ayaan looked up at the sky, his eyes filled with tears. But this time, they weren't tears of pain, they were tears of gratitude. He whispered softly, "Thank you for giving me the strength to keep going." Because now he understood, the real victory in life isn't success, it isn't money, it isn't comfort. The real victory is not giving up when everything inside you is breaking. So if you ever feel lost, if life feels too heavy, if your heart feels tired, remember this. Empty your mind of fear, of doubt, of negativity, and ignite your soul with hope, with belief, with action. Because your story is not over. Just like Ayaan, you can rise stronger, brighter, and unstoppable.